Okay, hopefully I'm visible here. This isn't the most stable mount. One of the things that I was just explaining or sharing with my wife Sue is that the more power we use, the more we're charged. And the term that I like to use these days, after having tripped over it, is, you know, that's almost maybe even the other side of petty larceny. I think it's verging on criminal, if not blatantly criminal. We're talking about morally irreprehensible. Something is really stinky and really wrong with the practice. And when I discovered the explanation in some of the writing from the Department of Water and Power, which I will insert here when I find it and do some still shots of it, intercuts that is, it says, well, we're doing that, oh, we're so noble. Oh, you know, good for us. You should thank us. You should pay us even more money by way of thankfulness and gratitude. The reason they're doing it is so that we will get the message and use less power. What? What? That's what they're saying. I mean, it didn't cognite. I should say I didn't cognite. It didn't gel until I read that. And I said, what is going on here? DWP has had major problems. Many people who have studied the situation are aware of it. The lady who's the fellow that we had, there's a whole long Mr. Toad's wild ride. We've had people out here from the DWP, and literally, why did I say literally? That's ridiculous. No, we didn't literally have to break any arms and legs. Figuratively broke arms and legs and twisted people around to get them to come out here, because you know what they tell you? They say, well, you have to work your way up the ladder when you call. Now, a lot of these people are very nice, but they're hamstrung people. They can't move because they need the job. They don't want to be out of the job, so they have to do what the policies set forth, dictate, insist upon. And so what they tell you is a lot of bear scat. That's BS, by the way, a more socially acceptable way to put it. So this is what we're talking about here as a tag, the so-called cheer system. So something needs to be explored in that department as well. Anyway, in this kitchen, we are thinking a lot about what we're spending, how much we're spending, how we can save money. Here's the fridge. When we were not being reamed out, we had the same fridge set to the exact same settings. We have not even changed the settings, folks. There they are. Straight up, rather. Can you see that? Hopefully, yeah, 12 o'clock. Even one of the light bulbs is out in the freezer. Oops. This camera mount is a little bit flaky. Maybe I should hold it here. All right. Enough said. I just wanted to point that out again, which is that something is rotten in the state of Burbank and probably elsewhere, all over the country, and the DWP knows it. They've been investigated, and they're still trying to get over on you guys and us. Bear in mind, we don't even have a dishwasher. Oh, I was going to do a static shot of the dishwasher. This hasn't worked for 3 years or more. Actually, I think it's been longer. So that's not going to work its way into the mathematics, and this is what they're trying to tell us. I should insert at this point the phone call that I got from the specialist that I spent a good hour and a half with. There's an audio recording of most of it, although some of it got diced. And then following that, this individual, who is actually on the premises here, brought in some experts, allegedly, and I don't really doubt him. I think he's a nice guy and probably trying to do his job. Brought in some experts to test the meter, and it came in at roughly between 100 and 104%. Although there was some weasel wording, or so it seemed, that I didn't quite understand, and so I'm not sure what's being said. But I did save the messages. So all of this is going into a folder, people. DWP, you better keep I don't know what that's about. I think it's furiousness is what it is. Explosiveness that is highly maintained. The die is cast. The red laser sight is visible on the target, the crosshairs, etc., etc. And this is all figuratively speaking, of course, because we are lovers, not fighters. But when it comes to you people being reamed and us along with yous, gonna stop. It's over. I don't know what we're going to have to do, but we're going to have to align ourselves and team up and stop the practices. As soon as this gets out, guess what? The media is going to be all over it. Why? Because it's going to sell more Victoria's Secret and Mitsubishis and baked beans and lettuce than it's going to cost them by virtue of the fact that some of the companies that are making the media buys are going to be ticked off and threaten to pull their the money from the coffers. Now it's going to go this way. Uh-oh, we got controversy. We got drama. That's going to sell more than we're going to lose. That's the old... so bear with me. Bear with me. Aaron Brockovich principle. If you haven't seen the movie, do it. Velvet Doberman, out.